started my period this morning, but I'm actually excited about it because I've been wanting to film this video for a while. This is really different from what I usually post on my YouTube channel, but I've been wanting to learn about cycle syncing, and I thought that it would be fun for all of us to do it together. More than 90% of my audience is female, and so I felt like this would be such a woman power move to just learn how to cycle sync together and take it month by month. So if you don't know what cycle syncing is, it's whenever you adjust your diet, your exercise, your lifestyle to the phase that you are in your cycle. So you have 4 phases in your cycle: menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and luteal. And every single one, you should be eating differently, exercising differently, and taking care of yourself differently. So while I'm not a professional at this, we are going to do this together. And obviously, since I started my period today, we are going to be doing lots of self-care, lots of relaxing, lots of just taking care of ourselves. Don't worry though, I have done some research before filming this video, so I kind of know what I'm doing, and I know that I can for sure lead y'all in the right direction with this. Anyways, let's get started because I'm hungry. I want breakfast. Whenever you're on your period, you want to eat foods that are really high in iron, which I will be doing for lunch, but fruits are also really good for energy boosting on your period as well. But when I was doing my research, it said that oatmeal was the best breakfast to have on your period. Okay, so the tea that I made is raspberry leaf tea, and while it's not my favorite, it does help so much with reducing cramps. And it's from Cycle Tea. I love Cycle Tea so much. They make a tea for every phase of your cycle, like we were talking about earlier, and you can drink it just in the morning or just at night, or you can do both. I usually do at night, but when I am on my period, I will drink the raspberry leaf tea in the morning just to help reduce my cramps in the morning rather than at night. I also have my heating pad on my back, which I do every day anyways, just because it's cold and I love being warm. So have the heating pad on my back. My cramps aren't terrible yet, but when they do get terrible, I am going to give you all my tips and tricks on that because I suffer with endometriosis, so my cramps get pretty bad, and I've found ways that help me throughout the day. Don't worry, y'all are not going to miss out on anything today. Y'all are getting all of my tips and tricks. Y'all are going to be able to sit here and do self-care with me, and it's just going to be really nice and relaxing. Okay, so this is my little heating pad for on the go, like if you're leaving the house or just walking around the house. It's a heating pad that you literally just strap to yourself. And then obviously there's the heat button, and it gets so hot, like dangerously hot, that I don't ever put it directly on my skin. And then there's a button for vibration, which I didn't think would help, but it actually helps so much. I'm not going to turn it on just because it's kind of loud. But yeah, while we do some self-care this morning, I'm going to be wearing this. It is one of my favorite things ever. Okay, so I want to do a face mask so that way I can relax some more. And I think we're going to do the Glow Recipe one. I have 2 of these. I got one when I went to the master class, and then my mom got me one for Christmas, and I didn't want to use my other one because I was like, it's my only one. So now that I have 2, I'm gonna use it. I love a good sheet mask. I just used to not like them because they felt so slimy on my skin, but now I'm like, I love them for that reason. They just feel so hydrating. But I like to take these little pieces that come in the eye holes and put them under my eyes, or kind of where like I'm beginning to see wrinkles, just so that way there's some hydration there, because usually the mask doesn't touch like under your eyes and around your eyes. And then I just put it on like normal, and usually I'll cut it to fit my face better, like here, but it's sitting pretty flat on my skin, so I'm not gonna cut it. I also rub the excess product into my hands and my arms just because it's so hydrating, and then obviously the bottom piece as well. also gonna pull my hair back so that way it's not sticking to my face. Okay, while I let this sit, I think I'm gonna do some light stretching. So whenever you're on your period, it's still important to get some sort of movement, but it's always gonna be light movement, like a walk outside or stretching, yoga. You never wanna do like a HIIT workout or like strength training just because it's way too hard on your body when you are on your period. So let's do a little stretch. While it's not super ideal, I am going to edit a little bit. Honestly, I don't mind editing. I actually love the editing process, but I am going to give myself a time limit on this because if not, I will be sitting here for hours editing footage. But I'm just trying to get as much footage edited as possible this week so that way I can get videos out to you guys because I have like 5 already filmed and need to be edited. But I am gonna crack open this Izzy sparkling strawberry. I tried this for the first time yesterday. They're my new favorite drinks by far, like yum, delicious. But let's edit for a little bit and then we will get into some more self-care, relaxing. I think I want to scrapbook today. I'm finally done with that. I wanted to get that done so that way I can stop stressing about it. And then I'll edit the actual video that it's going in tomorrow. It is lunchtime. I'm hungry. I am going to eat salmon, maybe with a baked potato if we have a baked potato. If not, I might just do rice. Okay, so for lunch, I did leftover salmon and rice from last night. Not as much rice as I wanted, but that's okay. And then I do gluten-free Japanese barbecue sauce. Perfect, so yummy. But whenever you're on your period, you want foods that are high in iron, and fish and red meats are very good for that. So I'm glad we had leftover salmon. Okay, so I wanted to go over some of my period essentials. So like things that when I'm on my period, I cannot live without. Also, no products in this video are sponsored at all. But the first item is a flex disc. I actually just recently stopped using tampons and switched to a flex disc because that whole scandal with tampons went around where there were like chemicals in our tampons that can cause cancers and other bad things for our body. And so I was just like, you know what? I don't trust tampons. I don't care what brand it is. I'm just not trusting it. And so I switched to a flex disc, and honestly, it's so much better because it can hold for up to 12 hours. And so really, like if you're going to work or running errands, grocery shopping, literally doing whatever, even just if you're sitting at home, you don't have to change it out all day. I love them, honestly. But after my first and second day of my period, I no longer wear the flex disc to bed just because I'm not really heavy enough. So I love to use the honey pot pads, and I like using the herbal cooling ones. It's really weird at first, but you get used to it, and I will never go back to regular pad, honestly, after that. Except when I go to bed, I try to use the ones for heavy periods. So I think it's the orange label. And then the app that I use to track my period has been amazing. It's called Lively, and you don't have to like pay anything for it to actually work and like track your period for you. But it also gives you like things to eat, what to do, what kind of exercise to do for the phase that you're in, which I love so much. And it's been so helpful on this little process of learning how to sync my cycles. But I am going to try something new today. I've been loving Kind patches. I use the one for stress and I use the one for sleep, and they work so well. I was kind of like hesitant at first because I was like, it's the placebo effect, like it has to be. But honestly, I forget I'm wearing them and I still get the same effect that it's supposed to give me. But I found ones for periods, and when I bought the Kind patches, my period had already passed for the month. So I'm really excited to try these today. This is the extra strong one. I'm pretty sure they just help with cramps, which is great because the first and second day of my period are always the worst with cramps, and you can wear them for up to 8 hours, which I love. Okay, we're gonna see how well that works, but I'm honestly really excited. And then obviously again, my little friend here that I love so much, I've been wearing it all day long. This is definitely an essential for me when I'm on my period. Hey, not even gonna lie, I have been so lazy, which is okay. It's the first day of my period. Like, I need to have some grace with myself. I ate dinner and now I'm about to shower. So normally, like, I would love to take a bath because of cramps, which actually, speaking of, I think this little Kind patch is actually working. I haven't had a single cramp since I put it on, which is not normal for the first day of my period. Normally I am cramping all day nonstop, just in so much pain. So I think that's my new like favorite thing ever. Sometimes I just don't like taking baths when I'm on my period. Instead, I'm gonna light some candles, put a little shower steamer in the shower, maybe lay in the shower for a little bit to let the hot water hit my stomach and wash my body and get out. I mean, simple as that. We're just gonna create a nice ambient setting. Ambient setting, that's the right word. So I've decided that I want to make an affirmations page in my journal. This is my journal. I customized the front myself, but I have like a little intro page. And if you want to watch me do this, it's on my Instagram and my reels. But on the next page, I want to just put a bunch of affirmations on here. So that way, if I'm not having a great day or just every day, I can open up and read them. So we're going to do a little scroll on Pinterest and find some affirmations that speak to me. And then I'm going to print them out. This came out way cuter than I thought was even possible. Honestly, all the pink is just so pretty. So I'm back in bed. Obviously, this video is a lot of being in bed and not being super productive, but I am currently watching Brooklyn and Bailey's vlog of Brooklyn having her baby. I grew up watching Brooklyn and Bailey, and I got to meet their mom, Mindy McKnight, back in September, I believe, and they are just the sweetest people ever. But I'm currently watching that, and we're gonna watch that for a little bit and then probably get ready for bed.
It's a normal morning, I guess. No one told me this. No one told me. Just woke up and got a text. Not really sure where she's landing, but basically she's watching the show. Pretty much just take the dogs on a walk. She were asking for that.
So I bought this scalp massager because I talk a lot about how massaging your scalp can stimulate hair growth, and I usually just use my regular bamboo brush to just brush through my hair and kind of like massage my scalp. But this is a lot better because the bristles are like stumpier, and so they don't actually grab onto your hair, because I feel like over brushing you're losing a lot of hair. So this is really nice. But I'm gonna do this while I watch Exo Kitty season 2 again. Y'all know that I am obsessed with all things Exo Kitty, Anna Cathcart, K-drama right now. I so wish that I would have recorded my reactions to season 2, because I'm seeing everybody doing that at the moment, like posting their reactions to certain parts of the show. So when season 3 comes out, I will be doing that. And possibly when season 3 of Squid Game comes out, I also want to post my reactions to that, because I had some great reactions for season 2. Anyways, let's watch the show.
Paint on my brand new wavy back because of you.
What do you think?
Skin weekend. Kitty can bust in wherever she wants.
A lot. All right, fine.
Criticism?
Honey.
Okay, so one last thing before we go to bed, I'm going to journal a little bit. I've been trying to get into journaling a lot more, just to kind of like get my thoughts onto paper. I'm not very into like journal prompts. I don't know why. I'm the type of journaler that just wants to like write down how my day was, like a diary. That's the kind of journaler I am. Or like things that are bothering me, but I do need to do like some reflection. So I do need to do journal prompts, but I will not be doing that tonight. I just want to speak what's on my mind at the moment. So that's what I'm gonna do before we go to bed. Alright, I'm going to end this one here. It has been a not so productive day, which is great sometimes. Sometimes we just need time to like relax and do nothing. But if you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you next time. Love ya!